At this time, please remain standing as I direct your attention to my left. Under the direction of Mr. Joe Jankura, the Clear Fork Artisans will now sing the national anthem. You may please be seated. I'm going to apologize now for some of this rumbling that is caused by the wind. Right now, though, I think I will take the wind over any rain or storms, so that is certainly welcome at this point. Good afternoon and welcome back, family and friends, to the conclusion of the celebration of the class of 2024. Today we celebrate the rite of passage for the class of 2024. Every community and culture in the world has a way to welcome the young adults to full membership into the community. Today is but a small way that we welcome them. I will take a moment to recognize and share appreciation for several individuals and groups. First of all, when I say your name, please stand. Superintendent of Schools, Mr. John Thomas. Treasurer of Schools, John Mason. Board of Education members, Terry McDermott, Troy Tingley, President Brian Johnson, Lori McKee, and Rick Kovacek. Mr. Sean Ramian, Assistant Principal, Jessica Brokaw, Athletic Director, Mrs. Cindy Koheiser and Mrs. Connie Barr, Front Office Secretaries, Mrs. Christy Roberts, Guidance Secretary, Judy Golden and Tammy Vaughn, Senior Class Advisors, Rick Beans for Senior Advisement, Mrs. Emily Marquette, Guidance Counselor, Mr. Jason Brazier and Miss Margot Ali Beckoff, Band Instructors, and Mr. Joe Jankura, Choir Director. Also a big thank you to the Clear Fork Maintenance and Custodial staff for preparing the gym and for making sure that everything was in order and in place up here today. The biggest thank you is reserved for those that have supported this year's graduates. Thank you, parents, families, and friends. Please join me in giving each and every one of these individuals a quick round of applause. You may be seated. Okay, moving on. It's very right and appropriate to recognize the graduating class's top 10%. So please, when I do speak your name and parents, please stand and be recognized. The class of 2024 top 10% begin with Christina Carroll, daughter of Dave and Tina Carroll. Zoe Daniels, daughter of DJ and Elizabeth Daniels. Lincoln Dill, son of Justin and Courtney Dill. Emma Dornmeyer, daughter of Corey and Chris Dornmeyer and Danny and Jason Rogers. Bo Dornbeer, son of Jonathan and Robin Dornbeer. Kylie Howell, daughter of John and Jennifer Howell. Abigail Kern, daughter of Daniel and Angela Kern. Abigail Kitzmiller, daughter of Alan and Glenda Kitzmiller. Annika Labaki, daughter of Jeff and Nancy Labaki. Casey Swank, son of Charles and Elena Swank. Kaylee Walker, daughter of Josh and Lisa Kerr. Avery Wine, daughter of Ryan and Shannon Wine. Savannah Wolfgang, daughter of Eric and Dawn Wolfgang. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the student speakers for today's commencement. The very first individual that we're going to call to the podium to speak is Zoe Daniels. Zoe is the daughter of DJ and Elizabeth Daniels. She was varsity cheer captain for both football and basketball season. She is president of the National Honor Society and involved in FCA, Spanish Club, Student Council, and History Club. Please, a round of applause for Zoe Daniels.
Hi everybody, I'm honored today to speak in front of such an amazing group of students. This has been an unforgettable experience and it wouldn't have been possible without each and every one of you. First and foremost, I want to thank the people that really made my Clear Fork experience stand out. Although I may be a bit biased, I think this class was one of the best in recent years. We all pretty much got along and can work together to create amazing memories. We have athletes that are consistently MVPs and musicians that rule center stage. In addition, we have some incredibly smart students, including multiple that have been in college these past few years. Our amazing class wouldn't be what it is without the teachers, though. I can't say enough good things about the group of staff members we get to have here at Clear Fork. While often underappreciated and definitely underpaid, our teachers and staff members truly care about the school and the kids. Some of the most important lessons I have learned have been from my teachers, and a few stand out. Of course, you can never talk about school without mentioning Mr. Ramian. Every morning he's there, yelling about how school's cool, or singing some random song in the hallway. I'm always surprised at how energetic he is, since he literally gets up at 4 in the morning. It's honestly so impressive that he's still awake, let alone yelling and getting everyone else excited. I hope we can bring Mr. Ramian's energy and light out into the world after high school. Mr. Eckelberger, another Clear Fork institution, also taught me a lot in school. He's one of the most knowledgeable people I know, and his memory alone is outstanding. You could ask him about literally anything, even some obscure relative of a random American politician, and he would know. Beyond that, he would know their family history, where they grew up, and how their presence plays into the bigger picture of America. While many see him as intimidating, Mr. E is an amazing teacher who has a funny sense of humor once you get to know him. And of course, you can't get through a week without him reciting his favorite line. Either you're born great, achieved greatness, or you're from Ohio. Even though we have a leg up since we're in Ohio right now, I know our class will do one better and achieve great things in this world. Speaking of history teachers, Mr. Riefel is another one who made an impact. In a world full of convenience and making things easier on ourselves, Mr. Riefel pushes us to actually work hard. Learn to do for yourself or learn to do without, he would say, as we were learning about American history in one class and all the other nations in the world in another. He taught us to do our best work, even if it meant working harder than we wanted to. I hope we can bring this diligent attitude into our jobs and lives these next years. On the contrary, Mrs. Smith's classes were always chaotic. Something about her room must have made some students forget any sort of manners they had outside of that class. While we learned a good amount of math, her classes were often spent laughing and hearing outlandish stories from the other kids. It's a common occurrence in her class to say something so out of pocket that all Mrs. Smith can do is shake her head at you. She taught us that sometimes the best and only way to go about things is to laugh them off. Even if someone was really fired up and ranting about something in her class, we would manage to find the humor in it and feel a lot better afterwards. In the future, I hope we can remember to find the humor in all things and learn to laugh at ourselves often. Mrs. Motter is another teacher who will always leave you feeling better and happier. Even if she only had a student for one class, she remembers who they're friends with and makes sure to ask about them. I got the honor of having her as a cheer coach as well, and she all pushed us to be our best in and outside of cheer. Never one to let cliques slide, Mrs. Motter encouraged us to talk to everybody and really helped me, the outgoing person I try to be today. In her classes, we learned to communicate with those who have very different backgrounds than us. She encouraged us to approach every situation with kindness and face any interaction with an open mind. I hope we can bring this cooperative and peacemaking attitude into our lives after graduation. Once you passed Spanish 1 or 2, you got to have Mrs. Weaver in class. Known for her love of cats and baile viernes, which is Just Dance Fridays, Mrs. Weaver taught us to find a good balance between work and fun. In her classes, we would learn Spanish and do our best work, but also have time to play games or do a fun activity. Dance Fridays were always my favorite because they gave us the break in the middle of the day. We could stretch our legs and laugh as Mrs. Weaver danced and sang along with us. I hope we can bring her fun-loving attitude into our lives beyond graduation, and always remember to sneak a little fun into our days. Finally, Ms. Kacharik has been a big part of my high school experience. As the cooking and sewing teacher, she gets to have a more hands-on class where the kids can express their creativity and learn practical skills for the future. I managed to take a class in Miss K's room 3 years in a row and have now become her personal apprentice. Even though her messiness drives me crazy sometimes, I've loved hanging out in her room. She has taught me how to stay calm under pressure, especially when someone is yelling about how they misplaced the same thing for the 3rd time that class period. While sometimes I gave her sass about her disorganization, it was relaxing for me to straighten up at the end of the day. Miss K would normally find whatever she was yelling about a few seconds later, after accusing multiple kids of hiding it from her. And then she would say, "Never mind, I found it," with a guilty smile on her face. We joked it would one day become the title of her memoir, since this happens multiple times in a single mob. I hope we can go forwards and learn to own up to our mistakes, just like Miss K owns up to her clutter. Last but not least, we need to thank Mr. Brown. After his 32 years teaching here, plus the 12 years where he was a student, we can truly see his dedication to this school. We are extremely grateful for all that he has done for us and will miss him so much next year. It really won't be the same without him. By now, you're most likely wondering why I'm still going on and on. I bet many of you have labeled me as the biggest teacher's pet in your heads, but I really can't say enough good things about these teachers we have. They really mean the best for us, and our class definitely wouldn't be here today without them. I'm so grateful for all the work they have put in and all the memories I have made with them and my classmates. Even though I still can't believe it's graduation, I'm excited for all of us and love looking back on our journey. Congratulations, class of 2024. You really made this the best high school experience I could ask for.
Thank you, Zoe. The next individual I'd like to bring to the podium is Casey Swank. Casey is the son of Charles and Alana Swank. He played 3 years of varsity football and 4 years of varsity baseball. He was a captain on both varsity football and baseball team. He is the vice president of the NHS. So please welcome Casey Swank with his hardware to the podium.
Good afternoon. I'm honored to have the opportunity to speak here today as a representative for the class of 2024. This class will forever hold a special place in my heart. Students have come and gone, but throughout these 13 years, we have stuck it out together. I am extremely proud of this class and their hard work to get to this day. For some of us, it was easy, and for others, it was difficult, but we made it, finally, to graduation day. For some, today is a day of triumph. For others, it is bittersweet. It's a new start and a new chapter of our lives that we have the opportunity to write. We cannot change what is in print in the chapters behind us, but we have the opportunity to write the story ahead. Do not dwell on the past and let it get in the way of your future. As Steve Harvey once said, you cannot live life living in the rearview mirror. These days of high school are now behind us, and now is time to make an impact in the world around us. Control what you can control is our class motto and a phrase that you all may have seen on sweatshirts or heard being thrown around. These words were frequently used by my father, Charles Swank, and words I try to live by every day. This phrase was often used to pick me up when I was discouraged by events that were out of my hands. You cannot always control others' thoughts or actions or sudden events that may happen in your life. Inky Johnson says, when you cannot control what is happening to you, control how you respond to it. That's where your power is. Sometimes there isn't anything you can do about things going on around you, and that is okay. But how you respond to those situations can change your life. Matthew 6:33 states, therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Take each day, one day at a time. Control what you do, and do not worry about those around you. Do not worry about tomorrow, worry about today. The most frequent question I hear is, what if? This question causes stress and anxiety and is often never answered. We're not called to live a what-if life. We should not live in fear or anxiety. Instead, live a life of happiness and joy. Compare yourself to what you are today, not who someone else is today. Don't strive to be like those around you, but strive to be the best version of yourself. We are fearfully and wonderfully made, and learning to love yourself is one thing this world is struggling with. Be the difference in your own life and in the lives of those around you. Stand firm in the Lord, and you will win life. Thank you.
Thank you, Casey. Our third and final speaker. Is Nate Lynn. Hopefully you've been paying attention. You'll recognize him once he does get up here. He often is at the forefront of anything that is going on here at school. Nate is the son of Mark and Sarah Lynn. He is involved in 4 years of baseball and 4 years of golf. He is also a member of the National Honor Society and the leader of the Clear Fork Stampede. Please welcome Nate Lynn.
All right, last speech. I'm gonna try to make this short and sweet for you guys so you guys don't zone out on me, because I know how you guys all are. Good afternoon. If you would have told me my freshman year here that I would be talking at graduation, I would have thought you were the craziest person alive. But here I am. In our lifetime, we always ask ourselves, what would our life be like if we had one more minute? Approximately 13 years, 2,340 days, 56,160 hours is how long we've been together. All that time, but it only felt like 1 minute. 1 minute until class is over, 1 minute until we get out of school, 1 minute until practice is done, just 1 minute. We were always rushing for school to be over and our time to go faster, but deep down inside, you will miss the days that you have with people here. Ferris Bueller said it best. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. 1 year left before graduation turned to 1 semester, which turned into 1 month and eventually 1 week. Then, the next thing you know, you look up and it's 1 minute until we leave for good. 1 minute until we never step foot in Clear Fork High School again, but we never realized how much we would want just another minute. 1 more minute to laugh with friends, 1 more minute to be with your favorite teacher, 1 more minute to just enjoy being in high school. There was a period of time in high school where I really felt lost and didn't know what I was going to become. Fast forward to now, I'm everything I could have imagined and more. As I am sure many of us have found out what we are going to be in this world, looking back to our freshman year, I wish we would have listened to the seniors at that time when they said, "Cherish all 4 years of your time here because they go by so fast." We have all felt lost before, but look at us here. The class of 2024, all of us are planning on going our separate ways, but we'll always be connected as Colts. Every time the topic of graduation came up, we always found a way to dodge it. But this is our reality. There is no more dodging it. There is nothing more to prove because we did it, and that in itself is something to be proud of. To the underclassmen, be present in your high school career. Go do things with your friends, like getting detained. Thanks, Casey Swike. Get involved in the school, because soon enough, it's all gonna be over, and you're gonna wish that you would have that time back. Make memories here, because those memories are gonna last a lifetime. Lastly, to the friends that I can now call family, the class of 24. There's a quote that I am sure all of us know, and I think it is perfect for this time. The quote is from The Office. It goes, "I wish there was a way to know that you're in the glory days before you actually left them." I don't need to wish, because I know these were the glory days, and I love you guys forever. I got 2 more things to say. I didn't plan this, because I didn't know that we were going to be winning. Next Thursday, Carter Park, Bowling Green at 5 o'clock. Be there. Let's go. Go Colts!
Thank you, Nate. We are at that point in the program where you talk about your minutes and your countdown. So often over the years, you've wished for this moment to come, and then it gets here, and it can cause some anxiety. It can cause a rush of emotion, but this is one of the most important times of your life. You're going to do wonderful. You're going to represent Clear Fork in such a well manner that, as crazy as the world is going to be from here on out, I'm always going to be rest assured that there's going to be someone from Clear Fork out there to help set it right. So congratulations, class of 2024. Okay, this is the moment. Clear Fork Valley Local Board of Education, Superintendent of Schools, family, friends, and community members. As principal of Clear Fork High School, I certify that the class of 2024 has met the requirements for graduation as defined by the State Department of Education and/or met all the requirements as laid out by the Clear Fork Valley local schools. At this time, Mr. Board President, I ask you to please present the class of 2024 their high school diplomas. We ask that everyone please hold applause until the end so that everyone may hear their son or daughter's name read.
All right. Go Colts. Start this off. Zoe Margaret Daniels. Lincoln David Dill. Olivia May Markley. Casey John Swank. Taya Blaine Schultz. Jackson Matthew Dudley. Christina Catherine Carroll. Cooper Robert Wallace George. Abigail Joe Kern. Morgan Eric Steensland II. Abigail Grace Sauter. Nate Timothy Lind. Emma Renee McCoy. Stephen Lucas Slosher. Cadence Petra Montaigne. Connor Allen Hogger. Yeah, Luke. Brianna Noel Patterson. Walker Nate Kirkpatrick. Madison Renee Rule. Hayden Slade Roberts. Kylie Michelle Belcher. Adam Thomas Van Osdel. Avery Rose Wine. Ross Alexander Wine.
Sophia Marie Perry. Champ Alan Delancey. Annika Catherine Labaki. Bo Michael Dornbeer. Kendall Paige Windsor. Jaden Michael Beachy. Sydney Sydney Marie Kine. Harley Ray Davis. Mika Irene Napick. Timothy Dale Conkling. Heather Louise Atherton. Alton Delano Jeffries. Marissa Abigail Lahan. Christian Tyler Carver. Alexandria Erica Welshins. Charles Kenneth May. Madison Ann McKenna. Colin Everett Johnson. Allison Grace Montgomery. Christopher Wyatt Mazzola. Lindsay Marie Waymiller. Evan Grant Piccioni. Savannah Lee Wolfgang. Braxton Donald Stillion.
Kaylee Jane Walker. Bruce Dylan Campbell. Kylie Grace Howell. Caleb Daniel Peters. Taylor Rose Ramey Wolf. Gage Xavier Sansom. Renee Elizabeth Anders. Justin Paul Stevenson. Macy Marie Oosley. Logan Cole Miller. Andrea May Swanhart. Tyler James Sellers. Jada Nicole Lamb. Milo David Bergholder. Victoria Isabella Haas. Gavin Drake Gallion. Bethany Olivia Bowman. Dakota Lee Zach. Isabella Francis Switek. Joseph Peter Stupka. Emma Louise Dormeyer. Carter Wayne Coyle. Emily Elizabeth Green.
Peyton Alexander Hoskins. Grace Marie Weichel. Caleb Michael Conrad. Rachel Caroline Lefevre. Noah Joseph Pittenger. Elena Lynn Gandy. Kai David Paymer. Kirsten Michelle Duncan. Stetson Gunnar Windling. Reagan Mackenzie Aldridge. Joseph Michael Fenton. Emily K. Morrison. Garrett Morgan Isbell. Honesty Lynn Reimer. Gavin Franklin Welch. Sydney Madison Mortimer. Kesson Thomas Keith Lang. Summer Dawn Kennard. Austin John McCune. Piper Violet Stepp. Jordan Jacob Cool. Corey Janae Balduff.
Zane Miles Brown. Ariel Summer B. Stage. Connor Joshua Ryan New. Bailey Marie Fowler. Logan Andrew Richmond. Ava Faith Langer. William Dean Hamilton. Nevaeh Lynn Frederick. Gabriel Charles Four. Kylie Ann Swank. Camden Michael Reed. Erica Ray Gillis. Tyler William Bloom. Samantha Nicole Hunt. Bryce Logan Smith. Brooke Olivia Dawson. Braden Reed Thornton. Abigail Jane Kitzmiller. Caden Daniel Freitag. Araya Star A Stage. Bryant Charles Klein. Caitlin Marie Weimer. Bryson Robert Schaffner. McKinley Keith Perkins.
Congratulations, graduates. Thank you, readers. At this time, I'm going to ask everyone to please stand while the artisans sing the Clear Fork Alma Mater.
Loudly may they
Upon the turning of the tassels, we will be followed by the recessional led by the Clear Fork High School Marching Band. At this time, I ask Miss Zoe Daniels, class president, to please come to the podium and lead her class in the turning of the tassels.
All right, ready? There you go. Flip your tassel. Good job.
Thank you, Miss Zoe Daniels. Congratulations to the class of 2024. Please do not forget to stop in at the office immediately afterwards to pick up your diploma. And at this time, with the Clear Fork Marching Band, High School Band, please take us home with the recessional. Thank you for everyone in your attendance. Drive safe. Thanks again.